Good morning, dear students. Today I am about to start a very important topic of mathematics, in fact of algebra, that is complex numbers. Complex number topics is important not only for your council examinations, it is very important for your competitive exams as well. And it requires rigorous preparation as far as this topic is concerned. The clarity of the topic, the concept should be very thorough and clear. You should be confident about this particular topic and then start solving problems related to this topic. It is a new number system we are about to understand. Up to class 10, our concept of number system was confined to real number system. But here, in class 11 onwards, we are about to develop a new system that is called complex number system. And in due course of time, proceeding with this topic, you would come to know that the real number is just part of complex numbers. I would prove, or rather deduce, that all real numbers are part of complex numbers. And complex number is a superset of the set of real numbers. Now, in starting with this particular topic, complex number, we are starting with part 1 of it. First and foremostly, we need to understand the imaginary number. An imaginative number, a number which you are imaginating. It is not real numbers. I can say 5 is a real number and go and get 5 kg of mangoes. You understand, and that stands to be a real number. But here is a complex number, a number which is imaginative. We are imagining a number which is said to be the complex number. And we call it imaginary number. What is exactly imaginary number? First and foremostly, we need to understand. Now, the definition of imaginary number is the square root of a real negative number. Real negative number. The number is real. 2 is a real number, 3 is a real number, 4 is a real number, and so on. Real number concept is known to us. Real number is divided into 2 parts. One is a rational number, and the second is a irrational number. I will just discuss the basis or the basic point of real numbers. Real numbers are divided into 2 parts. One is the rational number and the other is the irrational number. Irrational number, a very good example is pi, 22/7, e, approximate value 2.7, which we used in logarithm. And this is the rational numbers. Say for example, even numbers, part of rational numbers. Odd numbers, part of rational numbers. Prime numbers, part of rational numbers. Composite numbers, part of rational numbers. Integers, whole numbers, and so on, are all part of rational numbers. and rational number and irrational number constitute real numbers. This is the basic concept which we have done already up to our secondary level. Now, when we are imagining what is imaginary number, we consider the definition as the square root of a real negative number. Number is real and as well as it is negative. Negative number to find its square root we have not done. This is in fact the imaginary number. A number which is negative as well as real. For example, root minus 2, root minus 3, root minus 4 and so on. If I square this, if I square root minus 2 whole square is minus 2. We have not heard of any number on squaring it, we are getting a negative quantity. Because minus 2 whole square is 2, is 4. Minus and 2 square is also 4. But here we are getting a number on squaring it, we are getting a negative quantity. This is perfectly an imaginative quantity. We are imagining a quantity, and that quantity is called imaginary number. And the very important aspect is the unit of imaginary number. The unit of imaginary number is I, iota. I is equal to root over minus 1. This is the unit element of complex numbers or the imaginative quantity. If I review that the value of I is root over minus 1. And squaring I square is minus 1. I square is equal to minus 1. So therefore, a number minus root 2 is given. I may write this as root 2 into root minus 1, that is root 2 into I root 2. This particular number, root over minus 2, may be now written as I root 2. Similarly, if the number is root over minus 3, I may write this as 3 minus 1 root 3 into I root 3 is how we define an imaginative quantity. That means square root of a real negative quantity is defined as imaginary number. After discussing imaginary number, we are about to start with the definition of a complex number. This is the definition of complex number. A number of the form, we denote complex number by Z. Z is equal to x plus iy, where I is the unit element, I is equal to root over minus 1. And x and y are real numbers. Real numbers I have already discussed. Rational numbers or irrational numbers. So I would just simply check whether x and y are real or not. If they are real, if x and y are real, then I would conclude yes, z is equal to x plus iy is a real number, is a complex number. X and Y are real. X may be rational, Y may be rational, X may be irrational, or Y may be irrational, it does not make any difference. But X and Y both should be real in sense. So, for example, if I say Z is equal to 2 plus 3i, yes, sir, 2 is a real number, 3 is a real number. If 2 is a real number, 3 is a real number, 2 plus 3i is a real number. Similarly, if I say z is equal to 3 plus iy, yes sir, 3 is a real number, pi is a real number, and I may conclude, yes, 3 plus pi I is a complex number. Basic point is both x and y should be real, and so on and so forth. I may conclude that any number of the form x plus iy, where I is the unit element of complex number, I is equal to root over minus 1, the imaginative quantity I have already discussed, and that is how we conclude z is equal to 2 plus 3i, or z is equal to 3 plus i5. Even if it is minus, even if it is 2 minus 3i, 2 is a real number, minus 3 is also a real number. It's an integer. Yes, it is a real number. So if it is a real number, I will conclude, yes, sir, this is a complex number. Now, very interesting part is, suppose I say 3. And if I point my finger out here and say 3, or would say 3 is a real number. Left hand side, 3 is a real number. When I move on to the right hand side, 3, yes sir, 3 is a real number. 0 is also a real number. 3 plus I0 is equal to 3. 3 is equivalent to 3 plus I0. 3 is a real number. 3 is a real number. 0 is a real number. 3 plus I0 is a complex number. Just see the interesting part. Here now I am about to prove that all real numbers are complex numbers, but all complex numbers are not real. Any number you pick up in real number system, it is in fact a complex number system. Let me proceed. Let me repeat this particular part. Left hand side is 3. Left hand side is 3. Yes, 3 is a real number, sir. But as I move on to the right hand side, 3 is a real number, 0 is a real number, 3 plus I0 is a complex number. Left hand side is a real number, right hand side is a complex number. Therefore, any number which has the y equal to 0, the y portion equal to 0, is in fact a real number. So any number, suppose you are given 100, you may add I0 and conclude 100 is a real number, but I0 is, if you add them up, becomes a complex number. So therefore 100 plus I0 is a complex number. So therefore, any real number is in fact a complex number. So I would write this a very important statement. All real numbers are complex numbers, but all complex numbers are not real. So therefore, from the definition itself, z is equal to x plus iy. X is real, y is real, x plus iy is a complex number. I is equal to root over minus 1, which is the unit element of imaginative quantity, and hence we conclude that this is the definition of complex number. The next portion is very important. We have deduced that in fact all real numbers up till class 10 we were part of the system of complex numbers. We were just part of it. And when we were part of it, we were discussing only real numbers where the y portion is equal to 0. So if z is equal to x plus iy is a complex number, there are two parts to it. One, the real part, and the second, imaginary. Z is equal to x plus iy is a complex number. There are two portions to it, and the two portions to it is, one is the real portion. This is the real portion of the real part of the complex number, and this particular part is said to be the imaginary part of complex number. So if suppose a question is asked, what is real z? Real z is x, and imaginary z is iy. That is the real part, this is the imaginary part. And you will find in many books, generally the foreign authors' books, that our complex number z may be written in this form or x, that a complex number x plus iy is now written in a Cartesian form. Z is equal to x plus iy is a complex number, and this particular complex number is now, in many foreign authors' books you will find it is written in this Cartesian form, x comma y. X is the real part, y is the imaginative part. So therefore z is equivalent to x comma y is our complex number. So therefore if z can be written in x comma y, then certainly there will be a point in your mind, then can I plot graphically a complex number? Can I plot a complex number z is equal to x plus iy written in Cartesian form x comma y in a Cartesian coordinate system? The answer is yes. Therefore, we start with a system complex number. After defining its form, different forms of numbers that may exist, we conclude an important part that all real numbers are part of this complex number system. There is a new condition out here that any complex number system any complex number of the system can be expressed graphically also. I can express z is equal to x plus iy graphically. So therefore, if I write it in this particular form x comma y, how do I express this graphically? This is how we proceed. P is a point whose coordinate is x comma y. And keep this in mind that x is the real part of the complex number. And this x real part is being plotted against the x-axis. This is the real axis. And in real number system, up to secondary level, in case of inequalities or inequations, you have been working on this straight line, real line, expressing different numbers on this particular line. And this is why we call this x-axis as the real axis. And the imaginary portion y, the imaginary portion of the complex number, that is y, is being expressed against the y-axis. Therefore, this is said to be imaginary axis. So therefore, complex number z is equal to x plus iy, which is expressed as x comma y, is graphically expressed with by x being expressed along the x-axis. X-axis is called the real axis, the real line axis, and y is called the imaginary axis. So z is equal to x plus iy, expressed in x comma y, can be expressed in terms of graph. And here we do not call this as a Cartesian coordinate system, we call this Argand plane. This two-dimensional system, this lines of references, this lines x and y axis are part of Argand plane, plane on which the complex numbers is lying. Like I said, okay.